where is Hollywood going? What IP is left to reboot? Maybe RoboCop. We did see a Joel Kinnaman RoboCop reboot back in God, was it? That was a while ago.
Like
that was a while ago.
Jackson, like 2018, 2019, somewhere around then.
Well, maybe
before that, right?
This might convince you here.
Stay away from Stargate and we'll be fine.
Well, maybe I'm thinking of it.
My question is not about RoboCop per se, but what other IP is not being exploited? What could you do? What could be rebooted? They've talked about a They Live reboot. I think They Live more than ever.
San Francisco.
They do it wrong, but I want to show this short video to kick off this topic right here. So let's watch this real quick. It's only like it's from 1996. Here, this could be what a RoboCop reboot looks like.
Well, it's already better than the other reboot. What?
Woman power. Oh my god.
What is happening?
The power of clenched feet.
We get demonetized.
What are we watching?
We should do the Acolyte season 2 in this style.
What are we watching?
The future of cinema, Dante.
Potential RoboCop reboots right there.
RRR RoboCop, yes.
Serious question. What is going to be rebooted next?
Barbarella.
Yes, that's true.
It actually is in production, right?
I know.
Hot Wheels.
Both of those, Barbarella and Grimm, is actually the TV show that was
Already
popular.
did well. Hot Wheels. They're going to take toy brands.
Well, you've already got toy brands. So that was from Bangladesh in 1996. Rob probably knows about this. These Turkish cinema remakes
the worst
Hollywood movies. They're terrible.
Turkish Star Trek, Turkish Star Wars.
I've watched them all. I got them on DVD. They're awful, but you can find them on YouTube, other places. But
you know,
are they running out of IP to reboot?
I have to say, though, that I think like with RoboCop, like with Barbarella, I mean, Barbarella was a European comic strip along with Diabolic back in the 60s, you know, and when they adapted that, those were the comic book adaptations of the day. And I don't necessarily think Barbarella, even though Sydney Sweeney's going to be in it, would necessarily work. You know, because it's got a certain sensibility that I don't think that we necessarily. I mean, they'll change. What they'll do is they'll have to change it, and by changing it, it won't be Barbarella anymore. And so,
I agree.
So who is it ultimately for?
There has to be a certain level of camp with Barbarella, along with like sex appeal and all this other stuff. And I don't think they're going to capture it.
No,
I mean, it's Sydney Sweeney. I mean,
I'll see it because she's in it. I'm saying it's not going to be the same though. It's not going to.
I think she'll make it her own. And I feel like we'll embrace it.
It's going to be the barbed wire.
We'll embrace it very
2020.
Did y'all see Will Smith's Instagram post?
Oh, please don't let it be true.
Teasing the Matrix. Some people have floated the idea of a Matrix reboot.
Is that real or is that him trolling?
It's a real post, but if you remember, the Wachowski at the time brothers offered it to Sean Connery instead of Lawrence Fishburne and Will Smith as Neo. And
now, if they did like a sequel to the Animatrix and maybe like explored Will Smith in that format, that'd be kind of neat. I don't know.
I just think we should move on from the Matrix. I think it had its time. It had its run. We don't need any more Matrix movies. We really don't. The fourth movie proved that. They are still
doing another Matrix movie. I forgot the guy that gave them the pitch, but like it is greenlit.
And Will Smith's and I Am Legend 2. I mean, that's a sequel, but they are doing a RoboCop reboot. They are doing that as a series on Amazon.
Hooray!
So the game that came out was pretty good.
Yeah, the game is great, and it's Peter Weller does RoboCop. Does the voice.
Aren't they also like rebooting the Running Man?
Yeah,
Glenn Powell.
Oh, yeah.
But that again, that's going to be a remake that's a lot more faithful to the original source material. The movie that we saw in the 80s with Richard Dawson had no resemblance at all.
It's just
I have to tell you that 3 of the movies that are coming out this year, I don't know if they're all coming out this year, are Stephen King adaptations. They're readapting. They're doing The Running Man. Edgar Wright's doing The Running Man. Francis Lawrence, who did I Am Legend, just wrapped The Long Walk, which is one of my favorite King books, which came out underneath. And then Mike Flanagan has The Life of Chuck coming out with Tom Hiddleston. That's a great novella. I don't know how that movie's going to work, but it did really well in Toronto. That's from his anthology, If It Bleeds. So you've got 3 really interesting Stephen King adaptations coming out in the next year, all from really accomplished filmmakers. So,
I think the rules for a remake or a reboot should be if it's a film that failed back in the day, and you think you have a better vision for it, then reboot it.
Or the technology wasn't there.
If it was a success, if it was a good film, don't reboot it. Just leave it alone.
I just don't understand. Where's all the new stuff? Well, I mean, how many books are on the? It's like we've now seen adaptations, good or bad, of Dune, of Foundation. There's another one. How many great science fiction novels exist? Hundreds. Well, there's so many great books to adapt.
Yeah, Silo's pretty good. I'm enjoying that.
Yeah, Denis is talking about Rendezvous with Rama.
Yeah, they've been trying to make that forever.
It's still in development. He's still working on it.
But yeah, Silo's a great example of a book series, the Wool series, that I think I like both seasons, and it's a great adaptation of the source material.
Well, I think this topic will continue to come up because they've run out. And Running Man, I hope it's based more on the book story.
It is.
So that'll be great.
Starring Glenn Powell.
I don't know how they're going to end it.
They already remade Running Man. It's called Gamer, and it's basically the Running Man movie. So I'm happy to see more faithful to the book.